So this happened over a week ago now. I won a chili cook-off from my kid's school. There was a little cash prize. In case you needed to know, I did not vote for my own chili. I named my chili Pumpkin Turkey Slayer. This is the recipe. This chili has no tomatoes. What you're gonna need: 2 onions, 1 entire garlic, 1 3-pound butternut squash, 3 pounds of ground turkey, 3 chunks of turkey ham or comparable, 1.5 ounce of guajillo chili for color, 2.5 ounces of New Mexico chili pods, 2.5 ounces of California chili pods, 3 cans of corn kernels, 2 cans of kidney beans, 32 ounces of the secret sauce that I'm going to show you, thyme, rosemary, cornmeal, crushed red peppers, 2 tablespoons of chicken bouillon, 3 tablespoons of ground cumin. So let's get started here with the squash. I cubed it up. I didn't want to show you everything, and I put 2 onions, 1 white onion, 1 red onion, or purple onion. Don't gaslight me. I know this is purple, not red. And I'm looking for that little char roasted edge on the butternut squash. I'm using a wok. You don't have to use a wok, but it's what I had that covered more ground, and I repeated the process because there was much to put in there. Some salt, pepper. I added the rosemary. Here goes in the thyme. Here's the ground turkey I used. There's got to be an easier way of doing this. This took forever. Felt like I did not add any salt to this. You could, but beware that the flavor is going to come from your sauces. So here's the ground turkey. I'm going to town on this thing. I'm chopping it up, breaking it into smaller chunks. And here's the turkey pastrami I use. Typically Genio has a chunk like this, but this is all my market had. I took off all the seasonings off it. I washed them off. I rubbed it real nice and took it off because I wasn't going for that pastrami flavor. Here are my chili pods, the New Mexico, California, guajillo. Nice and vibrant color there. And this I added for a kick. Chile, piquing. I should have added the whole thing, but I know my audience, and it was elementary school, middle school, and I knew some people weren't going to be able to handle the real heat from the chile. And what I did here is I allowed this to sit there for at least 5 minutes in the hot water. It's a nice puree, still very hot. If you have a traditional blender, you might have to strain this. I didn't strain it because I'm using the Vitamix. The Vitamix is really good at pulverizing and liquefying any substance you throw at it. So I did not strain this. It added a little thickness to my chili, but as you're gonna see here momentarily, it turns into a super nice puree. Very flavorful already. You missed the part where I added the chicken bouillon into this mix here. So into a larger pot, I threw in my butternut squash, my ground turkey, and then my turkey chunks. I only added 1 turkey chunk to this particular pot, but for the competition, I added 3. Just so there's more to go around. Adding my puree at this point, it was still nice and warm. Put some more warm water into the Vitamix just to wash out the edges. I did not want to miss out. And here I'm adding more water. I think I added about 6 cups of water from this kettle. And here goes in my cans of corn. Beautiful kidney beans. I only used 2 cans of kidney beans. I wasn't trying to make chili beans. I was making a chili with beans. I don't like how some chilies contain way too many beans and it overwhelms the chili. You miss out on a lot of the other flavors that are in here. Here's the secret sauce. This is a carne asada marinade. It gave my chili a nice tang flavor, really made it complete. It's a marinade for beef, chicken, or pork, and it is a combination of orange juice, lemon juice, and garlic. This is 64 ounces. This is my big secret. So if you were wondering if there was a secret sauce, there is. I only found this at Smart & Final. I'm sure you could find it on Amazon. And I'm adding some cornmeal. I'm not overwhelming this. I'm not adding too much. This is just to add some thickness to it. I'm giving it merely a coat on the surface and then giving it a nice mix. And finally adding the crushed red peppers for some kick. I didn't want this to be too wussy, so I put in some crushed red peppers. And as always, I love to feed people, so I took it to my local church, fed a bunch of us pilgrims. There was plenty to go around. Everybody enjoyed it, and here's the test.
It could use a little salt.
This is where I dropped the phone.
Little salt? I'm kidding. It's amazing. Like, you know that moment your heart just drops and you're like...
I know exactly what it feels like to be told that. I was no longer the winner. I felt like a loser for a brief moment. My world turned upside down for about 2 seconds, and then I remembered This is a historic chili. This is a bomb diggity chili. You gotta try it. Don't be afraid. This was a very fun recipe. And don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe for more recipes like these. I'll see you next time.